Hello there, my brilliant detectives, and welcome. I'm so happy you could join me today. You know, we have a very fascinating case to crack. It's the case of the boring sentence. And together, we're gonna uncover some secret clues that will make our writing so much more exciting. So let's dive in. Have you ever been there? You write something, you read it back, and you just think, ugh, that's so plain. It's like a dish with no masala in it, you know? Just no flavor at all. So, what's that secret ingredient that we're missing? Just take a look at this sentence. The girl sang. I mean, it's okay, but it's a bit dull, isn't it? We don't know how she sang, or where, or even when. We're missing all the juicy details. We're missing the clues. But what if we just add one little clue? The girl sang beautifully. Ah, see? So much better. That one single word, beautifully, it just paints a whole picture in our minds, doesn't it? It's the secret clue that solves the case. And that secret clue, my friends, it has a name. It's called an adverb. An adverb is our ultimate detective tool. It's this really special word that gives us more information about a verb, an adjective, or hey, even another adverb. It answers all those important detective questions. How? When? Where? Just look at all these amazing clues. Words like quickly, sadly, always, and here. They are all part of our detective kit. Every single one adds a splash of color to our stories and helps us paint a much more vivid picture for our readers. I'm telling you, they're the keys to becoming a master storyteller. All right, detectives, listen up. Here's our mission plan for today's investigation. We'll start with the case we just cracked, get our first set of clues, learn some advanced techniques, and even find out how to create our own adverbs. So are you ready? Let's begin. So we can say case closed on that boring sentence. Just adding beautifully made all the difference. But you know what? This was just our first clue. Our real investigation into the superpower of adverbs is just getting started. Now, every good detective knows what clues to look for. And in our case, we're looking for answers to three key questions. When did something happen? Where did it happen? And how was it done? Let's start with our very first clue. So our first set of clues are called adverbs of time. And yeah, as the name suggests, they answer a very important question. When did the action take place? Was it yesterday? Is it happening today? Will it be soon? Let's find out. Let's look at some examples here. In the first sentence, both lately and early give us clues about time. In we recently bought a puppy, the word recently tells us exactly when it happened. And in we go out for morning tea daily. Daily tells us how often. See, they're all time clues. And here is your very own time detective toolkit. Words like today, now, often, and yearly, these are all really powerful adverbs of time that you can use to make your sentences super clear. Okay, on to the next clue. So once we know when something happened, a good detective will always ask, where did it happen? And for this, we use adverbs of place. These clues, they help us pinpoint the location. Look at this sentence. There were blue butterflies everywhere in the garden. The word everywhere tells us the location. And hey, for all you Pokemon hunters out there, in the sentence, clearly there aren't any Pokemon here. The word here tells you exactly where not to look. And now, for what is probably my favorite type of clue, the adverb of manner. This clue answers the question, how was the action done? Was it done slowly? Quietly? happily? And here's a little secret for you. Many of these clues end with the letters L-Y. For example, she ironed and folded the clothes neatly. See? Neatly tells us how she did it. Calmly in the next sentence tells us the manner of the discussion, and carefully shows us the attention he gave to the task. These adverbs really describe the quality of the action. Alright, detectives, time for a little pop quiz. Read these 4 sentences. Which one has an adverb of manner? Come on, which sentence tells you how something was done? Go on, you can pause here and think about it for a moment. Okay, ready for the answer? The correct sentence is C. He carefully labeled all the files. Carefully is our adverb of manner. If you got that right, brilliant work. Recently and daily are time clues, and nowhere is a place clue. You guys are getting really good at this. Now, let's just quickly look at a couple more types of clues. First, we have adverbs of frequency, which tell us how often an action happens. You know, words like always, sometimes, or rarely. Then there are adverbs of degree, which tell us to what extent something is done. For example, the water is very hot, or I am almost finished. These little words add even more precision to our sentences. Okay, you have all mastered the basics, which means it's time for some advanced detective training. These next few clues will help you solve even the most complex cases in English grammar. Ready to level up? Okay, let's quickly break these down. First up, adverbs of reason. These are like the motive in a detective story. They tell us why something happened using words like therefore and hence. Next, some adverbs give a clear yes or no answer. We call them adverbs of affirmation, like surely, or negation, like not. Then we have interrogative adverbs, which we use to ask questions like when, where, and why. And finally, relative adverbs. They connect 2 parts of a sentence, like in this is the house where I grew up. Now be careful, detectives. Sometimes an adverb can be in disguise. It might look a lot like another type of word, an adjective. I know it can be tricky to tell them apart, but don't worry. I have a simple trick to solve this mystery. Let's crack this case. Look, in the first sentence, he is a fast runner. The word fast is describing the runner, which is a person, a noun. So here, fast is an adjective. Simple. But in the second sentence, he runs fast. The word fast is describing the action of running, a verb. So in this case, it's an adverb. The trick is to always ask, is this word describing a person, place, or thing? Or is it describing an action? You know, the best detectives don't just find clues. Sometimes they create their own. And you can do that too. You can easily make your own adverbs to add to your detective toolkit. It's actually very, very simple. It's a simple 2-step process. First, just take an adjective like careful or happy. Second, just add ly to the end. And that's it. Careful becomes carefully, and happy becomes happily. And just like that, you've created a brand new adverb. Easy, right? You have done some amazing work today, detectives. Seriously. You've learned to spot different types of clues, you can see through disguises, and you can even create your own tools. Now it's time for your final mission. One last case to test all your new skills. Alright, detectives, This is it, your final case. Read the sentences on your screen and tell me which one contains an adverb. Remember everything we've talked about. Pause here and see if you can solve it. Okay, have you got your answer? The final solution is A. The train arrived late. The word late is an adverb of time because it tells us when the train arrived. It's modifying the verb arrived. If you got that right, give yourself a big pat on the back. You have officially graduated as an adverb detective. Well done. And before you go, here's a quick recap of our main detective tools. This is your official adverb clue sheet. It shows you all the key questions that adverbs help us answer. Keep this handy when you're writing, okay? And I promise your sentences will never be boring again. So the case is officially closed. You now have all the skills you need to find and use adverbs to make your writing so much more powerful and exciting. My final question to you is, what boring sentence will you track down and make more exciting today? Go on, give it a try. Happy investigating! We hope you have understood the topic well. For more content, explore EduRev app.